Hey guys, I'm finally back. I apologize for the break that I took. I obviously had holidays and things like that I had coming up, and also I had some things that I deal with in my personal life. But I am working on this project right now. I love Borderlands 2. It's one of my favorite games that has been out in the past few years. I feel like it really picked up the slack where Diablo 3 didn't really give you that loot hunt feel. I love this game. I love how you can actually farm your loot and feel the progression of your character and power change as you go. This game is challenging. It is a lot of fun, and it's not necessarily just a easy snow breeze game either, so it's a lot of fun to play. I'm currently working on 3 new characters, and I'm going to be talking about them. As always with all my videos, I want to show you guys builds, I want to show you guys items, but not only am I going to show you builds and items, I feel like a lot of people show their builds and items, but I also want to talk about technique. I want to give you guys detailed information on how to do certain things. It really does help. Some people don't know these types of things or this information, so my goal, as always with any of my videos, is to help you guys out to the best of my ability. Like I said, as always, I love to help people out. So anyway, let's get right into it. I'm going to start off with the Gunzerker, so I hope you guys enjoy. So here we are, guys, with the Gunzerker at Fink Slaughterhouse. I'm going to be going in here and doing some arena fighting, just to give you guys some gameplay and whatnot. I'm going to be talking about the setup I use and skills I use, whatnot. The build that I'm currently using, I actually really like the Rampage tree for the most part. I know these other trees are very viable for other things. Yeah, I know I've seen people use Gunlust to annihilate raid bosses and stuff like that, so don't discount any of the other trees. This is just what I'm using right now currently. It may be subject to change later, but I really like the Rampage tree. It has a lot of abilities that have a chance, to not consume ammo while firing, increase magazine size, and, ammo carrying capacity. Don't necessarily have to have that, but with any legendary class mod, if it's one free, point for 5 points, I usually take it. All in the reflexes I just grabbed because I had to put 2 points somewhere, and it's additional reload speed, which actually stacks with this tree pretty well. Lasts longer. Gunzerking duration increased, awesome. Steady as she goes. It's really nice with the Gunzerker. Gunzerker, the downside of playing him is the dual wielding. Your accuracy and your firing is kind of not so good when you're dual wielding, so that kind of helps with that. I'm ready already. This is a good skill if you're fighting a lot of bosses and raid bosses. I just like using it because with the legendary class mod and then this, and then if you get a relic with cooldown, your Gunzerk cooldown reduction is really good. But if you're leveling, Yippee-Ki-Yay is a very good alternative. Still is for me if I wanted to switch it. If you're like just smashing opponents really well, Yippee-Ki-Yay could actually be better because you could actually stay in Gunzerk pretty much permanently. This skill here, double your fun. I hear a lot of people say, well, I had a free point, so I just threw it in here. I think double your fun is amazing. Essentially, for 1 point, you're doubling your grenade damage by 100%. Obviously doubling. But I love it. Like, one grenade, at the cost of one grenade, getting 2 storm fronts, like, that's, I'll show you here in a minute. It's really good. It's devastating. Get some. Great skill, no downside. Every time you hit an enemy with a bullet, you get Gunzerking cooldown reduced by 3 seconds, and that can't occur more than once every 3 seconds, but it's still really, really useful, really good. Keep firing is amazing. While Gunzerking, the longer you hold down the trigger, the faster your guns fire and the faster you reload. So more fire rate, more reload speed on top of the other reload speed and fire rate that I have. And essentially what some people don't really consider or think about is the faster you're firing, the more damage you're doing per second as well. So this tree isn't necessarily like a super heavy damage gun tree, but it is more damage with sustain. It's a lot of sustain, so I kind of like that. Brawn, I love hard to kill. I need a new legendary class mod, but I'll get it eventually. Excuse me. I love hard to kill, amazing skill. More health regen, awesome. Insight, I'm not a huge fan of the on-kill skills most of the time. Some of them are really good, and some of the other classes are worth using while leveling. But I absolutely love skills like this. Anytime you take damage, you get movement speed and reload speed. Great skill. Awesome. It stacks with my reload speed and Rampage. Ain't got time to bleed. More health regen. Awesome. No downside at all. Bust that can't slow down. Increases your movement speed while Gunzerking. This is a really good skill. I've seen some other people, use out of bubblegum, things like that. And there's a shield. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Where you have 0 shield at all times and gives you, huge health damage reduction. and people like it with that, and it's possible, it's viable. That's why this game is cool, because there's so many different things you can do, so many different opinions. But for me personally, I really like the bus that can't slow down. With the legendary class mod and with this in here, with the inside here, you have so much movement speed that it actually essentially transitions into really good dodge and damage negate during boss fights and things like that. You actually end up avoiding a lot of damage because of it, so I really like it. I'll obviously be getting Sexual Tyrannosaurus and Come At Me Bro. Come At Me Bro is basically a free health pot. That's more health regen. Just Got Real, and my personal opinion, you like, in-game anyway, previously before I lost on my data twice and had to start over twice, I had a really high level Gunzerker. I pretty much stayed at full health like 90% of the time. So I didn't really think Just Got Real was worth having. Didn't really ever see a benefit to it. Over here, obviously, with my class mod, I, 1 point each, get 5 points. This is actually really good with Rampage, you get more fire rate, and this is not necessarily needed, but like I said, free points, weapon swap speed, 10% critical hit damage. Some of the items I'm using, some decent stuff, just stuff that I found. I'm currently using the B, only to clear through the game quicker with the extra damage. I got some other stuff too, Moxie shotgun, things like that. Anyway, let's get into this right here, and I'll see what kind of damage we can do. Fire rate, crazy. Ruby's really good to use on the Gunzerker because of the lifesteal. I don't know if you guys know, but the Ruby, I know a lot of people probably do know, but the Ruby actually transitions damage into health, and I believe it has the highest healing ratio. And I usually go with the Slag Ruby because it obviously Slag amps up the damage of all your other abilities. See that movement speed, health regen. And as you can see, Gunzerker's already back. And I'll show you that grenade I was talking about. Look at that. Monstrous. I mean, 2 grenades for the price of 1. I mean, that's strong. I mean, you could see how fast he was draining there. Here's something to note too. When playing the Gunzerker, accuracy plays a big role. I mean, if you can headshot, especially the Moxie gun that gives you the additional crit damage when you head crit, it's really important if you can do things like that. Even on these armored guys that, they're resilient to fire and actually more susceptible to corrosive. It makes a big difference. If you get kind of bum rushed, you can throw that grenade and just, yeah. Awesome grenade. But I mean, with Gunzerker, you basically become a vamp tank, and you have crazy sustain if you get the right items and things like that. I know the B is probably not the best shield to be using in this arena right now, but for the gameplay, for the playthrough anyway, B shield's actually really decent. I just hang back and snipe people off, stuff like that. Kind of like that. If I take my time, I can do it, but we ain't got no time to bleed. We don't have no time to take time, as the Gunzerker claims. And I mean, you can see my ammo. That's another thing to take note of. The chance to not consume ammo is phenomenal. Should land those headshots. There we go. Like I said, a little harder to do whenever you're Gunzerking, but if you can manage to land them when you're Gunzerking, it's easier to do on the bigger guys. Smaller guys, so mobile, move around so much, not as easy to do. We got him there. stealing my cash. You don't want those guys to steal your cash. You gotta pick it back up too when they get it. It's kind of like a pink, kind of like a pinkish red color when they take it. I love this grenade. You can see the attack speed, or the movement speed coming into effect there. You can run up to those guys, they'll try to hit you with their shield, de-shield themselves, and then you can just blast them. So, I mean, it's got a lot of good uses, you know, movement speed, things like that. Just showing you, like, the effectiveness of, you know, the stats, why I use them. Or the skills, I mean. Like avoiding these guys, you know. It's just, the movement speed is so nice. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully that was helpful. I try to utilize the movement speed and show you guys how it's good to avoid, you know, suicide bombers, and how you can actually run up on the nomads and things like that with shields. You can run up on them, make them try to swing their shield at you, and then back away real quick and shoot them as they move their shield away from their body. Things like that. It's if you play this tree right, it's really good. It's pretty nice. Anyway, as always, guys, I appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. Thank you so much for supporting me and what I do. Every time you guys, you know, watch my videos, things like that, you know, you're helping me out, and I really appreciate it. And hopefully soon, I haven't really organized it or thought of a certain specific way I'm going to do it, but hopefully soon I can start doing giveaways, things like that. At any time, if you guys want to play with me, you know, just send me a message, let me know. I try to help people out as much as I can. Like I've always stated and said before, it's just something I really enjoy doing. Anyway, guys, like again, I can't thank you enough, so I appreciate it very much. If you have any questions, comments, don't be afraid to talk to me and ask me questions. I'm not going to treat you like, you're an idiot or anything for asking questions. Like I said, I like helping people out. If you want to subscribe, I would appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and it helps me out, and it further pushes me to do these types of videos for you guys. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Hope you guys all had a good one. And I will keep you guys updated, and I'll keep making new videos on this as I progress. Thank you so much.